My name is McLean Achu Jijenyo, and I'm one of the national Paralympic athletes for Ghana, and also the PRO and the secretary for the GoGetDem Wheelchair Racing Club. So the reason behind the GoGetDem Wheelchair Racing Club is to give back to the society, is to really use our experience that we've had in the sports to change the life of other persons living with disabilities in the remote areas who are not taken into account in their society or in their community. So Rafa Bocho Nkegbe and myself came together to put this club and also give back to the society, and so we can also stand as the voice for the voiceless, for the disabled people who are not eloquent, who cannot speak for themselves. We stand to speak for them, use the sports to transform their lives, and then give them a well life living, or give them a better life through sports, through para sports.
Wow, that sounds really amazing.
What I would say is that rehabilitation is like a framework that really builds and really nurtures an individual, being it physical, emotional. It's not only probably to nurture somebody or to groom somebody physically, but it's also going beyond that, talking about how to tame the person emotionally, how to really see the person having a healthy emotions, and also psyching the person psychologically, irrespective of the negative thing that people will say about you. Be proud of yourself.
80% of people with disabilities live in low to middle income countries. Natural disasters and armed conflicts leave 3.5 million refugees and internally displaced people who survive with a disability every year. In Ghana alone, there are 500,000 people with disabilities who face steep, entrenched attitudinal, institutional, and physical barriers to full social inclusion. These include harmful stereotypes steeped in antiquated, non-biologic, and religious interpretations of disability. The GoGetDem Wheelchair Racing Club was founded in 2012 by Rafael Boccio, a four-time Paralympic athlete from Ghana. The goal of the club is to improve the lives of Ghanaians with disabilities, especially disabled youth in rural areas, by using sports as a tool for empowerment and community building. Recent athletes from Brazil, India, and Ghana have called out inaccessible design as one of the most persistent forms of discrimination faced by a person with disability. The GoGetDem Wheelchair Racing Club is currently located in this threadbare housing facility where the athletes live and train. They even pay a rent for using this facility. Hello, my name is Sarosh Anklasaria. I'm a professor at Carnegie Mellon's School of Architecture, and I'm also a practicing architect. I believe that design matters, that it has immediate physical and social consequences. It can serve as an important vehicle for empowerment through institutional infrastructure and accessible design for people with disabilities. It becomes an essential catalyst in bringing dignity to their lives. My team and I are currently working with GoGetDem to design their new home, the GoGetDem Sports and Rehabilitation Center. We started by looking at the traditional vernacular homes of the Asante people in Kumasi, central Ghana. The buildings are clustered around courtyards for spaces of social cohesion. The deep verandas offer shade and are thresholds between the inside and the outside. We were also inspired by the mosque at Larbanga, with its mud walls and wooden frames, built as wattle and daub construction that still stands 600 years later. We are also interested in the contemporary revival of rammed earth as a construction material across the developing world. Rammed earth remains as one of the most sustainable forms of construction. It is entirely local, it has no synthetic chemicals or cement, and it empowers the very people who build it. The material embodies not only a traditional way of building, but new advances in rammed earth construction have made it a material of the future. Rammed earth walls offer not only low embodied energy, but are also a great thermal regulator, negating the need for air conditioning. We were also inspired by the work of contemporary Ghanaian artists who work with waste to generate new forms of art. Sergei Glotti's use of recycled jerry cans to construct these incredible landscapes, or the work of the great Ghanaian artist El Anatsui, who transformed simple used materials into complex tapestries. And finally, we looked at kente textiles of the region, these incredible checkerboard patterns that inspire us to design the building as a set of interwoven, interconnected courtyards. This layering of space is not only a response to the hot climate of Accra, but also allows for various types of gatherings and gradations of privacy. The new GoGetDem Sports and Rehabilitation Center will be a home for athletes of disability and will include dining facilities, a gym, multi-purpose gathering space for learning additional skills, and hosting events. The living areas for the athletes are clustered around these densely planted courtyards that are located to the south and the southwest. Large verandas run alongside the courtyards to offer spaces for gathering and sociality. The north side of the building toward the entrance has the more public facilities, the dining, the gym, and the multi-purpose hall. The facility uses ramps for access from the front entrance all the way to the upper level, which will serve as the second phase of this project. The ramp leading to the second floor becomes a central feature of the inner courtyard. There are no visible steps in this building. It is primarily designed for the wheelchair. We're currently working with the GoGetDem team to further develop their new home for sports and rehab, to raise money to purchase the site, and to begin the next phase of design development. The imperative is to make visible, celebrate, and empower Kenyan persons of disability using adaptive sports as a vehicle for rehabilitation, social connection, and personal development. We believe a modern facility such as this will be a source of empowerment and bring dignity to the lives of people who use it, a catalyst for community building. We also believe bringing much needed attention to this cause will change the way in which the world at large sees and responds to disability, particularly of less privileged and less resourceful people. Thank you for this incredible opportunity to present our project at the International Society of Physical and Rehabilitation Medicine as a call to action. I cannot think of a better forum for it. Please look out for our fundraiser campaign that will be online shortly and help us in making this initiative a success. Thank you so much.